All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So today, I wasn't gonna make a video because I'm actually just doing one job today. I'm doing an Expedite order, and that's it. And I'm also gonna try to do a dispatch order because I'm like 12 days away from being deactivated. If you don't do a job for dispatch for 180 consecutive days, they deactivate you. So I've been so busy with direct bookings and stuff, I don't have time. So I'm gonna try to do that, but it's kind of a rainy day. It's kind of like a day off. I had a really good week, so earning-wise. So anyway, I'm only doing this video because I want to vent a little bit about one of my favorite gig apps, which is Expedite. And I talk a lot about Expedite. I told you I get guaranteed work every day, 1 o'clock. I get some really high paying orders. One of the best, the top three in my market. Expedite, I told you guys, they're a gig app just like all the other gig apps, and you're gonna experience bad customer support. It's just, when you work with a gig app company, that's what you're gonna deal with because they don't have to cater to you. You're not their employee. And they have a long list, like waiting list, so you're expendable. There's no reason for them to go out of their way to help you. So anyways, long story short, I'm gonna just share this story and then I'm gonna go do this Expedite order and then I'm gonna talk about Jumpp Logistics at the end. So I get this big order today, Cinco de Mayo, right? I get a message from Expedite saying there's gonna be a lot of orders, all that stuff, and they even said that you can't be late. They're not gonna mark you late. Even if you are late, they're not gonna count. It's not gonna count against you. All right, cool. So I get this order. I don't remember the exact time, but I get this order, I'll show you, from Krispy Kreme pickup. And I don't have a screenshot of the actual order because I didn't know they were gonna take it away from me. So anyways, I get this big order and the pay says $183. So I'm like, okay, that's like one of my highest paid, Expedite orders I ever done. Cool, let's do it. So I accept it, everything's good. About 2 hours later, I get a message from one of the dispatchers and they say, basically, we're taking the order away from you because the customer requested a van. And so this job was supposed to be multiple drivers. That's what it says. It's gonna be multiple drivers, which I hate that. Anyways, so they take it away and he writes in bold letters, van. And my interpretation of that message is that I don't have a van. That's why they're taking it away from me. And so I'm like, that's weird because I know I made it very clear that I have a cargo van. You do that when you sign up. You send them a picture of the vehicle you have and also a photo of all your bags. And I know I've done that. And I've had that issue before. And I've reached out to them. And I've even talked to someone. I say, hey, you guys know that I have a cargo van, right? Because they kept giving me these orders with multiple drivers. I'm like, I hate those. I can handle these jobs with my cargo van. And so I checked probably like 3 times. Yes, we know what type of vehicle you have. Okay, cool. So I get that message. I'm like, something ain't right. So I message them back asking a question like, I got removed because the customer requested a van? Am I hearing that correctly? That's why I got removed? And no response. So they do have a phone number that you can call. So I call the number to speak to someone. I just want to verify if I heard this correctly. Like, I'm getting removed because the customer requested a van. And no response. It says that no one can help me at this time, but you can text message. So I do that. I choose the text message option. I send a text message. The text message responds and says, no one monitors the text message. You have to do it through the chat. And I'm like, I did it through the chat. So anyways, long story short, I got no response. Someone saw my message and they closed it out. They closed out the chat without answering the question. Now here's my thing. I'm not a selfish person. I am all for sharing the wealth. I don't have to have every high paying job. All I wanted to verify was that they removed me because they thought that I don't have a van. That's what I was trying to verify. That's all I wanted to verify. If there's someone else with a van, I mean, that's all good. If you got 3 people with a van and they gave it to that person, I'm not like that. I'm not the type of person to be, I should get that order, all that. I just wanted to make sure that they didn't remove me because they thought that I don't have a van. That's what I was trying to verify because that's the way the message came out to me. And so I could not get a response. So today's the day. And I was almost to the point where I was going to go to Krispy Kreme to see what vehicle showed up. Like it was a minivan or something. I don't know. So I decided not to do that because I don't really care that much. It's not that big of a deal to me. But I do want to make sure that they know I have a cargo van. I wanted to make sure they know that. So anyways, that's what I'm dealing with. I got ignored. They closed out the chat without answering the question. They're basically avoiding me and not answering my question. Things like that can really piss you off when you're working with these gig apps because that was a really high paying order. And when I accepted it, right, you can't be late on catering orders. You can't be late. So it hinders me from multi-apping because if I have a dolly job or something else around that same time, I have to turn it down. So it caused me to miss out on work when they took it away. When they took it away from me, I missed out on jobs I could have did during that time frame. And so that's what kind of upset me. And the main thing I wanted to make sure was that they know what type of vehicle I have. That's the main thing. So anyways, that's what you got to go through. I just want to share that experience. Like I said, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Not a big deal. But that's what you have to deal with when you work with gig app companies. It's not like you're an employee and you can go straight to someone and, get, talk to someone right away. This is totally up to them. They can ignore you or they can help you. And most of the time they're going to ignore you because you're expendable. So why would they care? So that's what you got to deal with. So even the top companies, they do it too. They mistreat drivers. They ignore you. They don't help you when you need help. It happens. I'm just letting you guys know. That is why, again, I say you got to work directly with clients. So if I was to start my own catering service, right, I would not have to deal with that. It would be the restaurant and them dealing directly with me. That's the way to do it. So I'm almost to my pickup. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. So this order just came out just now, literally just now. It's a pickup around 3 o'clock later on this evening. I could absolutely do it, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it. And the pay is crazy, $194. I could do it. That's how this works. That's why I don't let, when things like this happen, I don't let it bother me, because I know, something great could happen later. That's what happened with Dolly, right? I had an experience where Dolly stole $125 from me unjustifiably, and God fixed it for me. Y'all should know about that video. He fixed it for me. He gave me my money back and some from the exact same customer. It's crazy how it happened. Direct booking. So anyways, I'm not going to do it because I have already made plans. Because of the canceled order, I made plans for this evening, and I don't want to cancel those plans for $194. I can make $194 a different day. But I'm just saying that's how this works. I could have easily put in for that job and most likely would have got it, but I'm not going to do it. So, man, that's amazing. That's crazy. I literally just hit stop on the camera and that order came out. All right, guys, so I'm right by Dillard's where I pick up my route going to PF Chains, which is right up the street, right up here. So don't forget about Simpex. There's a lot of catering apps. Simpex, I'm on Simpex. I don't do any cargo van loads because the pay is too low, but they have catering orders as well. So that's something that's available to me as well. This order just came out a few minutes ago. So it's a lot of catering orders today due to the holiday, Cinco de Mayo or whatever, but I got stuck with a $40 order because I got screwed over. So it's all good. All good. We're gonna pick up right here. All right, guys, as you can see, I am super delayed for two reasons. One, the restaurant did not know that they had a catering order, so they started making it as soon as I got here. So I waited about 20 minutes. And then one of the workers inside the, one of the employees inside the restaurant had a medical emergency. As you can see, I'm boxed in. So they rushed him out on a gurney. So praying for him, hope he's okay. I'm not sure what type of emergency it was, but that happened all while I'm waiting on my order. So I did let the customer know, I let support know I'm very delayed, and supposed to get it delivered by 11 o'clock to the latest. And this customer, I probably won't get there till about 11:15. So about a 15-minute delay. So anyways, all good. Looks like they're about to move now, so I'm about to head out. All right, guys, I'm almost to the drop off. I'm just gonna show a little bit of it because you guys seen me before, because I do want to share my experience with Jumpp Logistics, which Jumpp Logistics is a carrier company that I work with. That's how I get my Dillard's route. So anyways, I'm gonna just drop this off real quick and get into that, and that'll be it for this video. Customer's cool though. I let them know about all of the delays, including the ambulance and all that. They're cool. They like, take your time, no biggie. So. Oh, go ahead, man. The company or?
Yeah.
It's called Expedite. It's kind of like DoorDash or whatever.
Oh, okay, it's called Expedite?
It's called Expedite, yeah.
Okay, and you're doing the...
Delivering.
The delivery for upstairs?
Yeah, sweet 200?
200? Yeah,
yep.
Upstairs. You said 200, I know where that is.
Yes, sir.
They're always doing
catering stuff? Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, sir. All right, you too. I have ordered for all right. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Hello.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Sorry about that. It's
not your fault at all, man.
everything at once.
You rescued me more than anything. Probably,
all right, I'll get it set up. Thank you. All right, you too. Jeez.
Thanks for doing that.
No problem. Get it set up real quick.
Yeah, I went to last night late, but they went on and confirmed it. So I'm like,
okay, yeah. It seemed like it was a little unorganized today. I could tell by the workers coming in. But they got it. And then, unfortunately, an employee went down right in the middle of all this. So
what an employee?
I don't know. He just, I'm assuming he's had chest pain because he was holding his chest. So they just called the ambulance and they boxed me in. So that didn't help. All right. All right, guys, all done with that order. As you saw, very easy setup. Customer was cool. Doc was cool, so wasn't tripping. So anyways, I just made $40. Missed out on 183, but it's all good. Before I go, I just want to share my experience with Jumpp Logistics. So I'm not gonna explain everything about Jumpp Logistics. Just know that they're a carrier company, and you guys have seen the carrier companies I've tried many of them. And some of them are okay, but most of them are just like gig apps. They don't pay well. You can get more guaranteed work through them, and you can still say yes and no to whatever they send you, but the pay is not gonna be nowhere near what you would make if you do the job directly with the client. So I'm just letting you know. So it's very similar to gig apps almost. Anyways, I only do Jumpp Logistics for the dealer's route. That's how I got my dealer's route. And I even showed you guys when I got the route. I showed you the video how I got it, just by networking and talking to another driver in my market. All right, bro, we'll see. Oh, hold on.
I got this company that's looking for somebody to do a route for Tuesdays and Thursdays. I can't do them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yeah, it's a dealer route. It's really easy.
Bruh.
You just picking up some suits from dealers that they tailor, and you drop them off at one dealer.
Man, I can't thank you enough if I can get something like that.
So I'll pass it right to you.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. What's a good number for?
So anyways, I just want to explain a situation I'm dealing with that it's not a big deal, but it's annoying. So give me just a second. I'm gonna, I need to park to tell y'all about this. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to make this quick. So Jumpp Logistics, I've been with them pretty much my whole time for almost 3 years. And I was doing airport deliveries. I had my TSA certification through them, which I never renewed it. And their pay is not great. You probably get about 60% of what you should get if you did the job directly with the client. So anyways, I only work with them because of the Dillard's route that I do, okay? So when I first started, the dispatcher that I was working with, they have their own app. So everything's on the app, and he would send me the jobs for the entire week. So I pick up on Mondays and Thursdays, and so the week prior, I would get those jobs, and I have to acknowledge it on the app. So on the app, you acknowledge that you got it and that you're gonna do it, right? And then the day of, you put in route, when you arrive, all that stuff, just like we normally do on most gig apps. So he left, and there's a new dispatcher, and that new dispatcher doesn't send me the work like the old one did. There's like 3 or 4 different dispatchers that are sending out my order. Now, here's what happened. So I made this very clear when I first started. I said, if I cannot do the route, I will let you know. I will give you at least 30-day notice. So like if I know I'm going on vacation or something like that, I let them know, okay? I let them know. I send them a message, and I say, hey, I'm gonna be gone between this day and this day. We need coverage on this day. My contract, I'm not required to do it, okay? I'm still an independent contract. So it is a regular contract, but Jumpp Logistics is responsible for filling in if I can't do it. So it's not like most contracts that people have, you have to do it no matter what. It falls on you. It doesn't fall on me. So if I can't do it, if I'm sick or whatever, they have to find someone that's on Jumpp Logistics platform to do it for me, okay? So what happened is someone, because I don't have the only dealer's route, there's other dealer's route in other areas, like in Austin or Houston, whatever. Someone obviously is not doing that. They're either not showing up, or they're showing up late, or they're going on vacation, they're not saying nothing, and they're like, hey, what happened to the route? And they're probably like, oh, I'm on vacation or whatever. So there's no coverage, right? Irresponsible, basically. So what happened is they implemented a new policy, and they said, well, we have to call or text you the day before and the day of to make sure you do the route, okay? And then I'm pretty sure that's why. The reason for that is because someone was irresponsible. Now here's my thing. This is why I don't like working for companies like that, because I'm not their employee. These people don't know me, okay? The dispatchers, they don't know who they're working with. So they're doing that to every single driver. And this is very annoying to me. I'm responsible. I have my own business. They probably don't know that. I run my own business. I'm very professional, and I understand that communication is the key. And I know that that route needs to get done. I do care about that route. I want to make sure it gets done right. And I am responsible enough to say, hey, I'm going to be gone next week. I let them, give them plenty of time to get a replacement. Okay. I'm not the type of person to wait to the last minute to do that. So here's my issue. They started messaging me the day before. They started messaging me, hey, just want to make sure you can do the route. And they've been calling me at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, calling and texting to say, hey, we just want to remind you of the route. We want to make sure you do the route, all that stuff. And so, am I wrong for this or not? I told them, I said, hey, look, I don't want to play that game. I don't want to be bothered every day, the day before and the morning of, calling me at 6 in the morning to see if we can do the route, okay? That's not for me. I'm not an irresponsible person. I feel like that's how they're treating me. I understand that's a new policy, whatever, but that needs to be applied to the people that needs to be applied to, not to me. I don't want to play that game. And so I told them, hey, send me the route like you used to, right? Send me the route, and when I acknowledge it, that means I'm going to do the route, right? That's what that means. And they won't do that. They will send the route the morning of. They won't send it to me. They did it a few times. A couple people did. They sent it to me Monday and Thursday so I can acknowledge it and they don't have to bug me. But some of them are hard-headed. They will not do it. And I don't know if they just don't like the fact that I don't want to play the game or what. But I'm not playing that game. I'm not lowering my business standards. I'm not lowering my standards because of somebody else's irresponsibility. I'm not playing that game. So they should know who they're working with. So the people that know me, right, the old dispatcher and the new dispatcher, they know how responsible I am. And I want them to let these other new dispatchers know, hey, stop bugging this guy. He's going to do the route. If he is not going to do it, he'll let us know. So leave him alone. That's what I want them to do. So anyways, I haven't been playing the game. I've been ignoring the messages, and I'm not trying to be mean or difficult. I'm trying to get them to understand. What you're doing makes no sense, okay? Got an expedite order, hold on. So what they're doing makes no sense. And that's the part that's irritating to me, is the fact that you send the route to me. I'm able to acknowledge it, which is equivalent to you texting me and saying, hey, are you going to do the route? And I acknowledge it. I acknowledge it. I have to physically acknowledge it, saying that, yes, I got the route. I'm going to do it. And they still keep calling me and bugging me. So I'm not playing that game. So some of y'all might not agree with it, but I feel like it's disrespectful to me and my business. You're treating me as if I'm irresponsible. I can't, I'm the type of person that wake up and not do the route and not say nothing, not call anyone or anything like that. So I'm not playing that game. So anyways, I'm kind of like low-key protesting. I'm not playing that game. I'm not responding to those messages. They send me the route in the morning, whether I respond or not. They send it to me, I acknowledge it, I do the route. So at some point, they're gonna get it. At some point, they're gonna realize, okay, this guy's not gonna go along with this. Let's leave him alone, because he has a zero record of not showing up or not letting us know he can't do it. Zero record. So anyways, I just want to share that with y'all. That's what I'm going through with Jumpp Logistics. Again, it's not a big deal. Can I just do it? Yes, I can. But if some of y'all might get where I'm coming from, if I do it, if I follow that dumbness, right, where you send the route, where I'm able to acknowledge it for the week, which represents I'm going to do it, and then I still respond to text messages, and then I still answer the phone at 6 in the morning and say, yes, I'm going to do it. To me, that's very, very dumb. I don't want to play that game. That's just me. So anyways, I don't respond. They still send me the route, and I do it, and there has been no issues, but I'm just very annoyed by that. Very, very annoyed. So anyway, I just want to share that with y'all. Some of y'all agree, disagree, don't really matter. I'm always gonna make my own decision. So anyway, that's it, man. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all on the next one.